Welcome to Codeboard. In the last video, we saw how to check if number is prime or not in Java using a simple logic. In this video, we are going to print the prime numbers between a particular range using the similar logic. So before starting with this program, let's go through the previous program. In the last video, we also explained the logic of how to check if the number is prime or not in details. So please go through it if you haven't watched that video because we are going to use the similar logic. In the previous program, we took input number from the user which we are going to check if prime or not. Using scanner, we took input from the user in integer variable. Then we iterated a loop to check if the number is divisible by other numbers which can actually divide it. So we started the loop from 2 as dividing by 0 is illegal and gives arithmetic exception, and dividing by 1 is of no use as prime numbers are divisible by 1 and itself. So loop for checking the divisibility starts from 2 and will iterate up to number divided by 2. That is input number divided by 2. So we don't need to check all the numbers. Checking the divisibility up to number divided by 2 is enough for checking if the number is prime or not. So loop goes from I equal to 2 to I less than equal to number divided by 2. And then if the number is divisible by any of this value of I, we print it is not prime. So here we have checked the condition. And if one divisibility is found, we don't need to check the divisibility by further numbers because it is already not prime, so we break the loop. Now if it is not divisible by any of this value of I, we have to print that it is prime. But we can print prime only after checking the complete loop. So we print prime out of loop depending on a flag. So we have taken a flag as false here initially. And if the number is divisible inside loop, we change it to true. So if this condition matches, the flag becomes true, and if the flag is true, it is already not prime, so now it can't be prime. So if the flag stays false throughout the loop, then the condition is not matched even once and we print the number is prime. It is not divisible by any number other than 1 and itself. So for printing prime and not prime, we use this logic. But for a range of numbers, instead of one number, we are going to put this whole logic inside the loop of range of numbers. So first we'll go step by step, and first we'll take input range from the user instead of single number. Let's say please enter first number of the range, and the input will take in the variable called range 1. And similarly we take the last number of the range in another variable. So first let's say please enter last number of the range, and we'll take in range 2. So whatever number appear in this particular range, we need to loop them all. So our loop will go from range 1 to range 2. So index I is already in use, so let's take index j. So int j, which starts from range 1, so j equal to range 1, and will increment up to range 2. So the second condition is going to be j less than equal to range 2 and j plus plus. So let's put our logic inside this loop. So instead of checking one number here, we are completely checking the range. So there is a loop inside loop. This is called as nested loop. So in this video, we'll understand the concept of nested loops as well. So whenever you have loop inside loop, you have nested loops, or you call it nested loops. For example, if our range is from 1 to 100, the loop will iterate from 1 to 100, that is the first loop from 1 to 100, and the next loop will check the divisibility for each number between the 1 to 100 and print only the prime numbers. So we don't want to print not prime here, so let's remove it. And instead of printing prime here, we want to print the actual number. Now the actual number is going to be between the range, that is from range 1 to range 2, so that is going to be j, which is iterating in our first loop. So in this way, using the same flag, we have printed the prime numbers between a particular range. So first, loop will iterate from range, and the next loop will check divisibility from 2 to the range, the number between the range divided by 2, and if it is divisible, flag will change. And if the flag remains unchanged, that means it is not divisible, and we have to print that number if flag is false. So in this way we have printed the number. Now let's check the output. And here we have all numbers between 1 to 100 that are prime. So I hope you understood this logic, but to get a clearer idea, we'll also debug this code. So let's see. So let's check the output for this. So first we'll have to enter the range. Let's say we are going to enter the range between 1 to 100. So first number is 1 and the last number is 100. And since we have println, it has printed on new line, so let's change this to print, and we'll have range from 1 to 100, and here we have space separated prime numbers. Now you know that 1 is not a prime number, so we don't want to print 1 in the list of prime numbers, so we need to write a separate condition for 1, because here the loop starts from 2 and it will not match for I equal to 1, and the loop won't be executed and flag will remain false and it will print in the prime numbers. So since 1 is neither composite nor prime, we need to write a different condition here. If j, that is the number that we want to check, is equal to 1, we're simply gonna say continue. So it won't execute this part for j equal to 1, and iteration will move to the next one. So in this way, if we again print from 1 to 100, we will have the prime numbers printed between 1 to 100. So this is how it works. To understand it in a better way, we'll also debug this once and check. So I'm placing a debug pointer here, and let's debug this code. So our range, for debug purpose, will take a smaller range, so from 1 to let's say 10, and we have our debugger here. Now our range 1 is 1 and range 2 is 10. So the first loop is going to iterate from 1 to 10, and j is going to be the number which we want to check, or number that is going to be printed as prime or not. So j is going to increment in every loop. So once it goes inside this loop, our first j is 1. So for 1, it is going to continue the loop. It will skip the further loop or the further part of the loop, and iteration will, or the control will come to the next iteration of the loop. So now we have j as 2. Let's see what happens for 2. It comes to the for loop, and here now for j equal to 2, so loop will begin from I equal to 2, and 2 divided by 2 is 1. So this condition is smaller, that is I equal to 1 is smaller than this condition. So the control is not going to go inside the loop, because it should be from I equal to 2 to the greater condition, because that is how for loop works. So it will come directly to the if statement. Now this flag has remained unchanged because it has not even gone inside the loop. So it is not checking for divisibility because it is not divisible by any number than 1 and itself. So it is going to print that number and go to the next iteration of the loop. Now here j is equal to 3, and same thing will happen for 3, because 3 divided by 2 in integer is again 1, which is smaller than I equal to 2. So it will come directly to the if statement. Flag is unchanged. It will print the number and go to the next iteration of the loop. For I equal to or j equal to 4, the situation is going to be different. So it will start from I equal to 2, checking the divisibility. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So 2 and 2, it will go inside the loop once, check the divisibility. So j is r4, I is 2. 4 divided by 2 will give the remainder as 0. So it will go and change the flag. So 4 is divisible by 2, that is any other number than 1 and 4. So it is not prime, and the flag has changed. Now since the flag has changed to true, it is not going to print the number because it is not prime. The control comes to the next loop or the next iteration of the loop. For j equal to 5, again it will come to this particular loop and it will check the divisibility by 2, like up to the number 5 divided by 2, which in integer is 2. So this loop will also happen once or iterate once, and since 5 divided by 2 does not give the remainder as 0, it has not gone inside and changed the flag. So the flag has remained unchanged, and since the flag is false, that is 5 is prime, it has printed 5. So 5 is printed. Now 6, for 6 it will check the divisibility. 6 is divided by 2, the flag has changed to true, the loop will break. Now this break is going to break the inner loop and not the outer loop. So loop will break and it will come to the statement of outer loop. And since flag is true, because 6 divided by 2 has changed the flag, it will go to the next iteration. For 7, again it will check. Now 7 divided by 2, the condition is not matched. So next iteration of the inner loop. So again it will go for I equal to 3. Now 7 divided by 2 in integers is 3, so it is going to check for 3 as well. For both 2 and 3 it has checked. Now 7 divided by 3, again the remainder is not 0, so it will come out of the loop, and since the flag has remained unchanged, 7 has printed. So in this way the complete logic works, and in this way you can print the prime numbers between a particular range. So I hope you understood the logic here. If you have any issues or doubts in this logic, please mention them in the comment section below, and also for more such videos please subscribe to our channel. If you like this video, please like and share and keep learning. Thank you.